Okay bro, welcome to the new video, and as you can see I am in a new room. I changed one of my rooms in the flat into a new office, kinda. So here we are right now, yeah, the light is much better. I have here a nice table, nice sunlight, everything is nice, The only thing that is missing is a bit of decoration here, but don't worry, I will take care of that. And I will put some motivational messages here on the door as well, so that this room doesn't look as empty as it is right now, okay? And with that being said, let's go to today's topic. Today we are going to talk about why you cannot fall asleep at night, okay? And the main reason why you cannot fall asleep at night is, bro, because you don't get tired at all during the day, because you don't do anything either physically nor mentally tiring. Let us take a look, bro, how your average day looks like, okay? You are in school, let's say from 8 to 2 o'clock in the afternoon maybe, and then after lunch you come home at 3, and the first thing that you do is you go play League of Legends or Fortnite, because you came home completely tired and you need to relax a bit, okay? And then at 4 o'clock, let's say you stop playing video games and then you go bust a nut, just because you have to do it, you simply have to do it. And then you slowly start to study at maybe 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you study maybe for 2 hours, because then you have dinner and you eat for another hour, and then you maybe at 8 o'clock or maybe 9 o'clock you study a bit, and then at 9 o'clock all of your friends come online, so you decide to spend some time together, and of course what you do, you play video games yet again, until your parents, bro, literally nag at you that you need to go to sleep. Does this story sound familiar, bro? Because to me, it does a lot, because this was my everyday in my primary school times and in my high school times. And I know, bro, that for you it's completely the same. And now let us ask something, okay? How much work do you do per day? How much work did you do, for example, yesterday? So let's take the numbers, okay? Altogether, yesterday you studied only for 3 hours. And of course you didn't go to the swimming pool. Of course you didn't go to the fitness. Of course you didn't do any sport whatsoever. Of course you studied so little. Of course you couldn't help your parents because you didn't have time. And yet you had time to play League of Legends and fap, and maybe also watch some TV after the dinner. The problem is, bro, that you cannot fall asleep because you don't do any hard work whatsoever. You must, bro, work hard during the day, both mentally and physically. Because this is how our bodies were supposed to work. Take a look, for example, at our grandparents, because when they were younger, or even when they were adults, they were working every day, the whole day on the family farm. And then all that work that they did was so hard and so exhausting that in the evening they just couldn't wait to go to sleep, because they were so tired. And they did not waste any time on Fortnite, or they didn't waste any time on those underaged OnlyFans girl like you do, If they would, bro, they would not grow any food, and therefore they would starve. And therefore your parents wouldn't be born and you wouldn't be born. You know what I'm saying? They didn't have time to waste it, I mean, they had time, but they didn't waste it. And another example is, for example, from my life, and you will see the difference between basically my lifestyle when I was younger and you compare it to the grandparents, okay, that we just mentioned. And the thing is, bro, when I was younger, I could barely fall asleep. I always struggled with that. Because number one is I didn't do any sport at all. So of course I did not get tired, and I also didn't burn any calories. And additionally, I was eating such terribly unhealthy food, and I was even arguing with my parents when they were trying to cook something healthy for me. And bad calories that I was eating through all that bad food, that unhealthy food, filled me literally with energy. And the thing is, you need to somehow process that. And if you don't do any sport at all, how can you then burn those bad calories? Exactly, bro, you cannot. And I was also playing video games always before sleeping, of course, because my friends were also online, and this woke my brain completely up, and it filled my brain with adrenaline instead of calming it down before sleeping. So basically, bro, you cannot fall asleep because you don't do anything productive and anything tiring the whole fucking day, bro. And that's why I recommend you as number 2 that you do some sport, because as mentioned before, bro, you cannot fall asleep because you lack physical activity. So we will take a look right now how you can change that as well, okay? In my case, bro, I do 1 hour of swimming pool, or you, for example, you can do 1 hour of fitness per day so that you can burn all of those calories, and also you do something healthy for your body, and also get a bit tired, because this is the whole point. This is our goal, to get tired so that we can fall asleep easier. And before sleeping, I also recommend you that you do a short workout. For example, what I do is 30 push-ups and 1.5 minutes of plank, because I decided, push-ups are nice for my back, and I also need my arms when I swim, and plank is also nice for my core, for my six-pack, for my back a bit, you know what I'm saying. So I kind of do the training for all of the important muscles, okay? And you need to start also slowly. Start with 10 push-ups and 1 minute of plank, and then you gradually increase your reps. And my goal, for example, right now is to have 30 push-ups without any break, because right now I do a small break when I do 25 push-ups in one row, and then I rest a bit. And another goal is to change plank from 1.5 minutes to 2.5 minutes. And when you do that, again and again, you also get a bit tired, and at the same time you do something beneficially for your body because you train it, And the best thing is that girls will start to notice your change, especially when you do that on the long term. For example, my girl compliments me that how my arms and how my shoulders have changed and how my back developed, and this gave me so much motivation, because this is a confirmation that self-improvement works, bro, So why would we stop doing that? I get tired and I get a compliment. It's amazing, And additionally, bro, sport will also help you regenerate your body, and it will help you remove all the bad toxins, through the sweating and resting, and basically just the whole regeneration, Of course, that's also beneficial. And after you do a bit of a workout, it's time to number 3, to read some books before sleeping. Sorry for that, bro, but I was thirsty. The best thing is that if you read self-improvement books, they are the perfect for reading before sleeping, because they are easy to understand and also helpful for you at the same time. Reading overall, is quite a simple activity, and it does not overload your brains at all before sleeping. So obviously you want to read a book about something that interests you, preferably self-improvement. If you're watching this video, then of course self-improvement, or maybe finances or whatever. But if you read something about some specific topic, for example about chemistry, then it's going to be a bit hard for you to fall asleep, because your brain will have to start to process all of those specific terms, and it will start to understand all of those complicated sentences and everything, And then if you read something simple like self-improvement on finances, for example, then it's much easier, It's just like a walk in the park for your brain, because this is what the brain is interested in, and this is also quite simple literature, you know what I mean? And additionally, I recommend you that you read 30 minutes per day, or at least 10 pages, because that way you will actually not forget what you have read, okay? Because, for example, if you read only 1 page, tomorrow you will already forget what you have read, because you will not have that storyline, and your brain will actually not know how to connect that 1 page with the bigger picture, But if you read maybe 30 pages per day, or maybe, I don't know, at least 10 pages, then your brain will have that story in their memory, so it will be easier to connect, okay? And when you read, bro, you always try to use the yellow light instead of the white one, because the yellow light is much more friendly for your eyes, because the yellow color, is a warm color, which means that it creates that relaxed, cozy environment for you, and it's also much more natural when you compare it to the white light, because the yellow light, for example, is the color of the sun, okay? And the sun is natural. And then if you have that industrial white light, it's not something natural, our brain is actually not used to that blue light or that white light or whatever, Use yellow light, it's the best for reading, it's the best for falling asleep, it's much more comfortable to read, and it creates much better environment, Why do you have, for example, yellow bulbs all around your flat? Because they are much more comfortable. And why do the offices have white lights? Because you need to stay focused. It's that simple, bro. Use your brain, Nah, but when you go also to sleep, you absolutely must not use your telephone for reading, because the whole idea about self-improvement is actually to avoid using gadgets. So why would you then use your mobile phone even more, especially for reading? And that doesn't make sense at all, bro. Right now, when you say it out loud, you even realize, bro, that this doesn't make sense. And you know what will happen? Even if you then use your phone by some random magic, what will happen then when you read, okay? First, you read for maybe 2 minutes, and then you will suddenly start looking for some things because you kinda remembered about them when you were reading, okay? And then you will say, okay, I will just quickly change something, and then that quickly suddenly becomes 1 additional hour of mindless Instagram scrolling instead of actually reading or maybe even sleeping. And to prevent this from happening, bro, I also recommend you that you do the following, which is number 4, finish everything at 10 o'clock. I recommend you, bro, that you set yourself one limit when you will unconditionally start going to sleep, okay? For example, in my case, I want to go to sleep at 11, so I will slowly start to prepare myself to go to sleep at around 10 o'clock, okay? And that way, I will have that 1 hour gap of when I go to sleep, when I start to go to sleep, and then when I actually fall asleep, okay? And I will use that 1 hour gap for maybe 30 minutes of brushing my teeth and doing the workout at the same time, and then another 30 minutes of reading. And at 11 o'clock I will be so tired because I was working the whole day. I went to the swimming pool, I went to edit the videos, and I uploaded the videos, I did some stock market research, I did another research, I was reading, and you know how it goes, okay? At 11 o'clock I'm dead, And also when you set yourself this limit, you will ensure that you will have also a healthy amount of sleep, okay? Because, okay, for example, what happens when you have an exam now? You say, okay, I have an exam tomorrow, so I will maybe study a bit longer. And this, bro, is just lame excuse. Because you came home at 3 o'clock, and instead of studying, you rather played video games. And those 2 hours that you will not go to sleep right now, for example, will not bring you anything. You will not learn anything new. It will just bring you additional irritation and ultimately sleep deprivation. And believe me, bro, this happened to me all the time when I was in school. And not only in school, in university as well. This doesn't make sense, bro, because you rather trade video games for healthy sleep. You rather trade something that is bad for your marks and also bad for yourself, in this case the video games, you trade that for something that is crucial for your mental health and your well-being, and this is sleep. You know what I'm saying? This is such a bad trade, bro. Why would you do something like that? Do not repeat my mistake. Do not repeat mistakes from us who are older than you, bro. Learn from us. It's better to learn from mistakes of someone else rather than from your own mistakes, because then at least you didn't fuck up. You know what I'm saying, bro? For example, now let's talk about one good thing, okay? Do you know that feeling when you want to do something? For example, finally you want to start a new business, okay? And then you are so excited that you work on that you want to work through the whole night because you just cannot go to sleep because it's so exciting. In that case, you also, bro, need to finish at 10 o'clock and then leave the work for tomorrow, because it's not worth it to do the all-nighter and then be completely sleep deprived on the next day.